Okay, so now let's do a simulation. So there's some different ways to do this. There was the video simulation, or just the video record, and then there was the actual software simulation. When you click the button, it basically just does the software simulation. So you're dealing with that. That's what this automatic is, or we could do the video demo. If you're clicking a lot, for instance, I think Brian was saying that he was doing an Adobe Photoshop thing where you are clicking all over the place. It's gonna make 1,000, kid you not, like 1,000 different slides that all of them being a half a second long, if that. And so if you don't want that, that's gonna get annoying. You can just do the video demo. So let's try that out. Let's do the video demo. No panning, meaning that when you move your mouse outside of this red box, it pans over to see it. We just want what's in this red box, which also makes it nice because this red box is the size of your project. What basically the PowerPoint, which was another good reason why you start with the PowerPoint. So you're not making a video simulation that's huge, and then you have a PowerPoint that's small and it doesn't take up the entire screen. So that's the way I did it. It worked out pretty well. Select window to record. You could just go directly into a something like that. It's all only going to record into that. I just let it do the window, and let's record it. It wants to auto calibrate. Why not? Hello, can you hear me? Blah blah blah. It's great. Okay. So it says Command Enter key to end recording. That's not true. It's the command function in return. You notice that if you have a MacBook, that the Enter is actually the function of the return button. Also, to pause it, if we come up here, it says press Command F2 key to pause or click to finish. So if I wanted to pause it, notice how there's a blinking red thing up there. If I do Command Function F2, oh, was that F2? Yeah, it wasn't. Anyways, it should do it, but for some reason it's not right now. Anyways, when you click on it, it stops and it brings all of the video of everything that you were doing back into Captivate so that you can mess around with it. So there we go. That's the video. Let's see. There it is right there. So that way you can do that. Let's add some things into this though. Let's say, somewhere in here I clicked somewhere and I wanted to highlight what I was clicking on. Let's say I started talking about these points right there. Well, let's add that highlight box in. Apparently you can insert it from here. So insert highlight box. Boom. And I want to highlight this information because let's say I was talking about it. And now you can edit it over here in the properties. This 20% is saying how much you can see through the background color that it's adding in. If I did 100%, or I guess you can't see through, that's what it means. How much you can't see through. Now, you can't see anything that I highlighted. So we could do 20% again. Brings it back down and it just has this kind of blue tint behind everything. If you don't like the colors, they're not matching anything, then you can change them right here again. You can make this be really big, really thin. There we go. So that's where it is. But notice you're not going to want that there the entire time, especially if you are going in and out of different programs or different web pages or something. So you're just going to want it there for a short amount of time. And that's what this is right here. In the timeline, this highlight box says 3 seconds. That's how long it's going to be in there. And this is where I'm deciding where it's going to be. So I can make it be longer than 3 seconds. I can make it be shorter. I can put it wherever I want. So we can, and down here you have the ability to listen. And there's going to be this red bar, the head, what do you call that? Playhead, there you go. That will be moving through, and that will tell you where you want to put things. So, key to end recording, that's not true. That's what I'm talking about. Command function. Did you see that? So once it got to this point, that showed up. Before that, you can see it's not there, it's there, it's not there. So, all right, so that's how you enter the highlight boxes. There's other things that you can put in. You can put in text, you can put in whatever you want, you can put in arrows. If you go to the insert area, let's click some things here. If you go to the insert area, these are the things that you can do, that you can insert. A lot of these, animation slide, these are all about slides. The standard objects are the things for inside of the slides. Click box button, text entry box, blah, blah, blah. Mostly the highlight box is what I use, or a smart shape and some text captions. But smart shapes and highlight boxes, because you don't want them reading while you're talking, especially if it's the same thing. If you're just telling them what you just had them read, it's pointless. So there you go. That's what we can do there. And the interactions as well here. Irfan was showing us some of those. I didn't find any of them suitable for what I was doing. They seem really nice, but it's not what my program or my project was about. I don't know where I'm going to need to do a pyramid matrix or whatever, or play Jeopardy, have a Jeopardy game in my course. So anyways, that's how you can add in more interactions. Another way to do it, add some interactions and give some choice, is to add in a table of contents. Let them choose where they go. So I can say, for this, go to video. I'm just going to say that because that's what it is right now. So if they click this, I want them to go there, not to the next slide. So you can go down into the on success, jump to slide. What slide are they going to jump to? Let's do, what slide is that? It says slide 4. Slide 4. There we go. So now on success, when they click that, they will go to that slide. So they're skipping things that they don't want to do, or they're going back to things that they want to review. So you could have this slide back here, and they just finished it, and then you have the option for them to review it. Well, let's go back, or you can have it at the very end, wherever. Another thing that we're going to need to add in is the quiz, because that's a requirement. And so let's click the quiz button and question slide. And let's throw in just a couple of these. You can choose how many of them right here, and if they're graded or survey or pretest. I just left it graded. Multiple choice, true and false, sequence. Let's do those, because those are the easiest ones. These other ones, not so easy for this project. They're not required, so you don't even need to worry about it. But okay, here we go. Notice that the background of this slide is this master slide, is what they call it. So let's click the properties. It says this master slide, and you can see that's what this background looks like. And it doesn't match the rest of my my PowerPoint presentation that I put into it. So it looks really tacky. It looks like I'm shoving things together. So to fix that, we don't want to use master slide background, no. So if you click that off, it'll be white. So at least it's a little bit better. And what I did was this browse. It goes through all of the other things that you've used so far, all of the other backgrounds, and your video, like your video background. Look, it has it right here. I could use that first image of my video background as my background. Or I could go to anything else. Let's see. So I don't want any of those. No. But you can import. So where could I get that from? I happen to have, that's my background image for my computer. I could use that, but I happen to have made a screenshot of the background of my PowerPoint presentation. Here it is. So perfect. I use that and throw that in the background. And the way I did that is I just had a blank slide, like this slide, and I opened it up and I did a screenshot of it when it was the right size, fully done, or Command Shift. Well, it's not Command Shift F4, it's Command Shift 4, and that allows me to make a image out of anything I select, like that, or I could make a better one. But anyways, so that's how I made an image and shoved it into the background, so that I can make the background for this into that. Now that looks nice. And you can do it for all of them, all of your things at the same time. If you click the slide and hit Shift or Command to select random slides, then you can change them all at the same time. There we go. Now the background's the same for all of them. And that looks nice. These green buttons, though, they aren't the same. They look wrong. So, you can select it. You can go, oh, I already saved that transparent button style, so I can just switch it. And then I can do this. Boom, boom, boom. And nope, it won't let me here. That's too bad. That would have been super convenient. And I could do it like that. But notice that when I do it like this, and I go to the other slide, they didn't change. So to fix that, you have to go into the quiz up here, Preferences. Give that a second. And it's in the defaults under the recording. Here are all of the default styles. So you can go in there and say, well, I want them to be this certain way. But I'm not seeing all of them in here, so let's create new style. And in the new style, you can start going through and finding them all. If you expand these, you can see them. Button, I want it like that. Boom. Yeah. And blah, 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 all the different types.